This is a fun way to practice multiplication tables. This game board is multiply by 3, and this game is called Multiplication Squares. The way that the game works is you can play with 2 players, 3 players, up to 4 or 5. Like, there's really not a limit, but I would probably not go above 4 because then kids just aren't getting as many turns as quickly. You need 2 dice, and then each player needs their own color marker. And what you do to play the game is when it's your turn, you roll the dice. You add the dice roll together. So 4 plus 2 is 6. And then you multiply it by 3. 6 times 3 is 18. I find an 18 anywhere on the game board, and I draw a line somewhere around that. The ultimate goal is to make a box. Then it's my partner's turn. My partner's going to roll. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is, 18. I'm going to go around that same 18 to get closer to making a box. Next person's turn. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. I can find a 21 anywhere on the game board. I'm going to do mine right here and draw a line. Next person's turn. They roll. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. We're so close to making a box. And the deal is you don't have to keep the colors separate. You can continue to interact. It's the person who draws the last line on the box that gets that point. Okay, next person's turn. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. I got the box. So I'm going to finish, and I'm going to color. I got a point, and then we would keep going, other person's turn. Now, a couple of ways to help scaffold this for your lower students is I have them write their skip counting, their multiples of 3 across the top. I also, for our times 3s, I teach them a 3s song that helps them to remember those multiples. So across the top, we would sing our 3s song and record. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. We are almost done. 30, 33, and 36. This is how we count by 3s, and math is so much fun. For lower students, or really a lot of your savvy students will figure it out, that it's also really nice and quick. Instead of like I roll 3 times 5 and have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the product's 15. I can label on top, and it just helps me to move faster when finding my product. Another way to bump this up for all students really is to require high-level vocabulary as they play. And so what you can do is after they roll, instead of saying 5 plus 3 is 8, they would need to say the sum of 5 and 3 is 8. The product of 8 and 3 is 24. I find the 24. I draw my line. The way I encourage this from students is there are 2 ways. If I use the vocabulary perfectly, I could draw 2 lines, but they would have to be on 2 separate 24s. I can't do them on the same 24. Or, this is the one that kids like a little bit better, is if you catch your partner and they do not use the vocabulary, then they do not get to draw their line. So those are a couple of options for continuing to boost the vocabulary in this really fun game. If you keep it at a basic level, it's still pretty great.